My name is Anthony DiFatta. I'm the Director of Education at the Walter Anderson Museum of Art. Today we're in the Ocean Springs Community Center looking at Walter Anderson's mural that he did for the city. This particular panel is pelicans, which were Walter's favorite animals. He thought they were just the right mixture of beauty, grace, and awkwardness. And if you've ever seen a pelican, you know what he was talking about. Walter spent some time stranded on one of the islands, one of the barrier islands, and said that he had to become a pelican to survive. He ate their food, even learned how to speak their language, pelican language. All right, let's fly over to the museum and take a look at some other pelicans that Walter Anderson did. Here's an example of a watercolor painting that Walter did when he was on Horn Island. Oftentimes he would paint animals that we'd find that were injured, dead, or dying, and he would paint them to pay reverence to their life. He even had a cemetery where he would bury the animals sometimes. Walter started noticing that pelican numbers were starting to dwindle, and scientists were looking at this as well. Farmers up north and all the way down the Mississippi River would use pesticides on their fields. Water would wash off of the fields and drain into the Mississippi River, sometimes via tributaries, and end up flowing down into the Gulf of Mexico, where it would be ingested by fish that would be ingested by pelicans. It was actually making their eggs weaker so that when they nested on them, they would break the eggs, and this was happening to other birds. Rachel Carson, the conservationist, wrote about this, and it caused people to be aware of it, and which eventually led to the ending of the use of DDT and pesticides. Walter Anderson was a close observer of nature, and it shows in his work and in his writings. He felt that everything was connected, so if we did something to nature, we were doing it to ourselves. And this was also echoed by Rachel Carson in her quote, "In nature, nothing exists alone."